Distinguished Toastmasters and guests. This is Faisal Iqbal, the Toastmaster of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club. I am very happy to excite you to host you in another very exciting and fun-filled meeting of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club. So, as we all know that Toastmasters allows us to improve our communication skills, our leadership skills, and public speaking skills. But how we can do that? Our motto of the meeting allows us to learn by doing. So may I request everyone to please turn on your video so that we could see your smiling faces and unmute your mics and repeat the motto of the meeting with me. So the motto of the meeting is for better thinking,
For better thinking,
for better listening,
for better listening,
for better speaking,
for better speaking,
we learn by doing.
we learn by doing.
Yes, most certainly we all learn by participating in this particular motto session. So may I request our Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, who is none other than a very passionate, very energetic Toastmaster and president of Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club, none other than Toastmaster Rehana. Toastmaster Rehana, the stage is yours.
Have we started the meeting?
Yes, Toastmaster Rehana, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Dear Toastmasters and guests, I welcome all of you to another exciting meeting of Cloud 122 Toastmasters. Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club is first online only club of District 122. And Toastmasters, I want to tell you that Toastmasters is an international platform that helps people in learning leadership and communication skills. And these skills, many people do not know that these are the skills that are direly needed actually to survive and thrive in 21st century. So, dear Toastmasters and guests, I will like to urge all of you to learn and master communication and leadership skills because you need them everywhere, every day. You need them at your home while dealing with your family. You need them when you are talking to your friends. You need them when you are talking to your siblings, your parents, your children. You are talking to your employees, you are talking to your colleagues at your workplace or in your schools or colleges. So you need them everywhere. And they are the skills that you must learn. They will help you everywhere. Today, we have another exciting meeting because we have role players from Dow's IBHM Toastmasters Club with us as well. I'm so thankful to Dow's IBHM for having joint session with Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club. We have Toastmaster Ajay with us. We have Toastmaster Mubashir with us. I can also see Toastmaster Ijaz with us after a long time. Toastmaster Ijaz, how are you? I'm sorry, there is noise on my side.
Toastmaster Rana, Assalamu alaikum and everyone. I'm fine. How about you guys?
Walaikum assalam, Toastmaster Ijaz. I'm good. We are all good. We miss you in our meetings and we will love to have you back in our meetings.
Indeed, I have missed to Toastmaster Club and now I am reinventing myself again to join it.
Yes, and best investment is the one that you do in your personal development. Right, Toastmaster Ijaz? Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you will enjoy the meeting. And we
You
have
are welcome.
Toastmaster Mubashir with us. He has joined us from Lahore, and we are so glad to have Toastmaster Mubashir in our meeting. Do we have any other guests? With this, I will like to hand over the control to Toastmaster of the Day for today. And our Toastmaster of the Day for today is an exciting Toastmaster from Dow's IBHM Toastmasters Club. I will like all of you to welcome with huge round of applause Toastmaster Huria. Toastmaster Huria, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina Azam, for such a warm welcome and such a heartwarming introduction of me. So I'm myself really excited to do this role as a for the TMOD. So I am the TMOD for today, and it's a indeed wonderful meeting and a wonderful evening. Since I came back from the Saudi, I'm myself really tired, but it's always a wonderful chance to see you people and speak among you people. So today we have a really interesting and an amazing theme that is together we all grow. And I guess everyone kind of interacts and agrees with this code because it is a thing that is kind of making us united among each other and kind of controls our emotions in a positive way if we understand its importance in our daily lives and incorporate in our routines so we can be a really good human. For instance, if I take my daily life example, university, there is kind of assignment that we have to do individually. It's really hard for me to do all the things, kind of gather things, information, and then present it alone in front of the whole class. But if there are groups and I have my friends along with me, I can assign tasks, or anyone can among us can be a leader who assign tasks to gather information. Other one has to gather materials, another one has to present. So that is the power of teamwork, that the tasks are divided and the control and the kind of, what do you say, the stress and pressure is reduced to a lot of extent so that we are relaxed and we can finally deliver our things in a really best manner. So that's the power if we work together, because unity is literally the key to success, and if we understand it, we can be the best nation, but only if we understand it and realize its importance. So, moving towards our roles, I guess everyone is present. The role player for today are really interesting and superb. For the grammarian, Toastmaster Mubashir, I would like to invite you to please explain your role. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, TM Huria. Today I will be as a grammarian, and word of the day will be abandon. Abandon means to leave anything for a long time. That a palace, we may say that a palace has been abandoned for a long time, and on the other way, we may say that the Badshahi mosque has been abandoned in the 16th century. And the other is the idiom of the day is the all and sundry. It means that all and sundry means each and everyone. We may say that all and sundry has appeared in the meeting. Other example is that all and sundry was happy with this decision. That will be the role of my grammarian. Over to you, TM Huria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mubashir. The another role player we have is for the counter, Toastmaster Ajay. Are you here? Please explain your role.
Hi everyone, good evening once again. I am Ajay for connecting with you from India, and my role in this meeting as an R counter is to just highlight how many times people are using some repeated sounds and and similar crunch sounding. where people face lots of issues to maintain their fluency and miss the beautifying content. So I'll highlight this at the end of the result, the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator, and I would request everyone to try to avoid such noise-making fillers, which definitely destroying your speeches. Take a break and be confident. Thank you very much. Over to Toastmaster Huria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay. The next role player is for the super listener, and that is taken up by Toastmaster Javeria. Please explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. As an active listener, I'll be listening to all the speakers and the guests speaking during the meeting. And we'll have a quick session of an active listening at the end of the session when called upon, end of the meeting. So let's be actively listening, active listeners in the meeting, and let's listen to each other carefully while speaking so that we can notice what is going on in the meeting. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Javeria. For the timer role, Toastmaster Ajay, please explain your role once again.
Thank you so much for calling me once again as a timer. So what is the most precious thing that we see? That this are receiving and free. The only thing is how can we use it in a better manner and a productive and progressive manner. So today I'm going to time each and every speaker, highlighting their time utilization through my background in the virtual stage, similar to changing my background with green, yellow, and red. For prepare a speaker, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. So I will show the green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and at 7 minutes, I will show the red card where the speaker needed to stop or some of their speeches. Similarly, for the role of table topic speaker, I will show the green card and 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. For evaluators, I will show the green at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the general evaluator, and all the very best. Please pin me whenever you are speaking to utilize your time properly and productively. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Huria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay. Our last role player for today is the vote counter that is being played by Toastmaster Hina. Please explain your role.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Huria. Being a vote counter, I will show polls whenever Toastmaster of the day will call. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina. Moving towards our first session, that is for the prepared this session. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Filza. Toastmaster Filza, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Javeria. Evaluation sheet. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. All right, so we have a very diligent and eloquent speaker with us today, Toastmaster Filza Fatima, and she will be presenting her Level 1 Project 2 from the Pathway Leadership Development. And the purpose of her speech today is to write and deliver a speech with purpose. So wishing her all the best. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Javeria. Toastmaster Filza, the virtual stage is yours. Timer, please note that the timing that is being shared by Toastmaster Javeria. Over to you, Toastmaster Filza.
An elderly couple is sitting together one evening, having dinner. The husband says to his wife, Honey, I'm so sorry for getting angry at you so often. How do you manage to stay so calm? The wife lifts her chin up from her food and says, well, you see, I just go and clean up the toilet whenever that happens. The husband looks astonished. He says, and that really helps? The wife says, yes, it does, because I use your toothbrush. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a little start to my speech. The topic of my speech is chillax. Chill and relax. So that's what I'm about to convey to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear Toastmasters and fellow guests, how often is that we encounter an event that tests us controlling our anger? How often do we meet people who annoy us to our core? And how do we deal with it? Talking about myself, growing up as a kid, I was always this little grumpy kid that was always a nuisance to everybody's homes. I was a type of kid, who would get grumpy at my siblings for little matters. And growing up, people thought that that was a cute trait, perhaps. My father used to tell my anger stories to my aunts and uncles to make them laugh. But I did not only get used to get angry at my siblings. I used to get angry if the teacher gave a lot of homework, if my Quran teacher scolded me, if my normal teacher scolded me, or if even my parents scolded me. But in that situations, I used to build that anger inside. But when I entered teenage, my mom told me, my child, you need to calm down. You need to control your temper. It might look cute when you were a little child, but now you're a grown-up woman. And honestly speaking, I was also very fed up with this habit of mine. So I decided the next time I get angry, I just need to smile and tell myself, just chillax. I used 3 important tips that I'm going to share with you to control that temper. The first one was to breathe. I used to take 3 deep breaths, in and out, in and out, in and out. Then second tip, I used to sit down whenever I used to get angry and have a glass of water to relax. The third tip was to have a smile on my face so the other person wouldn't know that I was angry. And honestly speaking, doing this habit consistently, I turned my anger into a strength. Last week, I was traveling in the metro. A lady beside me was continuously poking her elbow into me. I patiently waited for a while. Then a while later, the lady blatantly said to me, hey, could you stop poking your elbow into mine? I was shocked. I already had a tiring day and I was about to blast off when I said to myself, just chillax. I took 3 deep breaths and with a smile on my face, I moved my elbow aside and said to her, are you comfortable, ma'am? She said with a smile, yes, thank you so much. So I made that grumpy old lady smile. And that, I believe, is truly a strength. But it wasn't obviously easy. Doing this consistently got me to this position. I was to share another story similar to mine with all of you. There was this young boy who had a really bad temper, even worse than mine. One day, his father came up to him and told him that, son, every time you lost your temper, you must hammer a nail into a fence. The first day, the boy 37 nails into the fence. Over the next few days, as he learned to control his anger, the number of nails hammered gradually dwindled down, and he discovered that he had learned to control his anger. He came up to his father and happily said, "Father, I have managed to control my temper." His father said, "Son, now I have another task for you. Whenever you control yourself, you must take out one of those nails out of the fence." And then the son did the same. A while later, he had all the nails out of the fence, and he proudly said to his father, "Father, I have done it." The fence was clean and had holes in it. The father took him to the fence and said, "Son, you might have taken all of the nails out of the fence, but you still have those holes left. Those holes are the holes of sorrow in people's hearts. Whenever you take out your anger onto them, they'll just leave a scar, and that scar can never be fixed. And it doesn't matter how many times you poke a knife into a person and take it out, and how many times you say, 'I'm sorry,' the wound would still be there." So my dear Toastmasters, the lesson is that make sure you control your temper. The next time you're tempted to say something, you will regret later. Either take 3 deep breaths or buy a pack of nails. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Filza. Now is the time for the most exciting session of every Toastmasters meeting, that is the table topic session. And for that, we have Toastmaster Mubashir. Toastmaster Mubashir, the stage is yours. And timer, please confirm, is Toastmaster Filza qualified? Please share her timings.
Thank you, TM Huria. Today I will be as a table topic master. So I will ask a very innovative question from you, and you have to respond them in a very plausible manner. So the first question will be, how life can be happy? And I'm going to nominate the person is TM Javeria. TM Javeria, please come forward and talk about the how life can be happy.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mubashir, for this interesting and I would say thought-provoking topic. How life would be happy, or how life can become happy. I think it's important to understand how we define happiness. Happiness is different for different people. For some, it can be money. For some, it can be family. For some, it can be both. And for some, it can be an adventurous journey. So if I'm talking about my life particularly, I would say that if I become of service to the people around me, the people I work with, or the people I work for, that will make me a happier person. Because when you see people achieving something spectacular in their lives and you become somebody who has facilitated them, it is such a meaningful thing to feel. It's a beautiful emotion of fulfillment and accomplishment in itself. And I think this is what unites with the overall, we can say, concept of unity and society, and also relative to our theme as well, that together we grow. That is how we become more purposeful and meaningful. So I think for me, life is happier when it is served for the betterment of people in any capacity you can. Even if you are a flower, you can that is the best flower. If you are a fragrance, you can be spread anywhere you would like to. So I think in any capacity, we can be of service to people. And that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmasters, Toastmaster Mubashir.
Thank you, TM Javeria. And thank you for giving us an innovative ideas. No doubt, life can be made happy in a various way. It might be a money or anything might be, as you have said. Thank you for your opinion. Now the second one is that flowers are for love. Now I'm going to nominate a person. TM Hina. Please come
Toastmaster
forward.
Ajay raised his hand, so please ask to him.
Yes, I just wanted to confirm that is it the table topic session we started?
Yeah, exactly. This is a
Okay,
table
thank
topic.
Thank you very much.
Okay, this would be a question for you, TM Ajay. Flowers are for love. Flowers are for love. Have you kept it?
I'll time
Now,
you.
okay, please proceed, Toastmaster Hina. I'm already timing although, but should I start now? Flowers. I'm so sorry. Could you please repeat the topic? I forget.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay, no issue. Just a second. Flowers are for love. Flowers are for love.
Flowers are for love. How can we say that flowers are for love? There are people around us, right? Everything and anything become lovable when it is going to be used for you, going to add some values in your life or some other life to bring some happiness on the faces, right? If it is not doing the thing, as I said, then the thing is not good. Same with the flowers. If it is going to offer in the prey, it is beautiful, it is lovable. But the same flowers is the same flower become a kind of means offering the prayer or final rites when a person is living that kind of space. That time we don't offer with whole happiness, but just a gesture and gratitude. It depends that in which situation you are offering the flowers and you are using the flowers. Now it is already the week is going on, Valentine week. The people are already plugging lots of flowers and handing over to their beloved. So again, it is beautiful. But what happens when the proposal gets rejected immediately? The same flower will become the big criminal, right? And it won't be like a lovable flower. The boy will start hating it, or maybe the girl. So it depends that when you are using it. So always it is better to use the flower, love the flower naturally, and use it wisely where you have to use. Otherwise, it won't be lovable. But still, the nature has made it very beautiful thing to smell and strong your mind. Over to you, table topic master. Mubashir.
Thank you, TM Ajay Kumar. As I always feel cherishful about the impromptu table topic session. So it always instigates me to hear an innovative questions. As you have talked about the flowers are from the nature. So it's no doubt flowers are from nature. That means the love. So now my second question, other question would be the books are for lessons. And I'm going to ask from the TM Hina Azam. Please come forward.
Books are for the lesson.
Yes, books are for lessons.
Books are for lesson. Okay. Hmm. Thank you so much for the wonderful question, Toastmaster of the Table Topic Master. Books are for lesson. The lesson we learn from books. There are many lessons. Do you remember one lesson that you learned from books? I remember when I was small, when I was younger. I am still young, but when I was younger, so that was the time when I first went to the school. My teacher told me that keep silence, don't cry. Why? Because it's time for your lesson. It's lesson time. I was amazed. What is lesson? So she put out some copies from my bags and books and then taught us. I thought it is the lesson at that time. When I grown older, there are many lessons I learned, but not from the books, from my life, from my environment. The lesson of unity, the lesson of strength we learn in books, but the lesson of survival I learned from my life. Few days back, there were no electricity in our country. How we survived whole day without water, without electricity, there were no gas, nothing, but we survived. We had a lesson in it that if we have a courage to minimize things, we can do it. Save electricity for the future. Save water. Don't waste it. We have a can of water. We had a can of water and we saved it for whole day. And how we wasted all over the days. So it is important to learn lessons from the book. But the lesson that we learn from our life is much more important than the lessons in books. Over to you.
Thank you, TM Hina. You have given a very good points about the books are for lesson, as you have talked about the lessons for survival, a lesson for life. No doubt, books in the Lemine was talked about only in the school's times books and lessons. But over this, there is also other lesson that we learn from the society, learn from the life, and learn, as you have mentioned about the last days and talked about the lesson from survival. So it was a very good point of view. Thank you for your points. Now I'm going to ask the last one questions. Now the question is that hurdles are to learn. My question is from TM Huria. Please come forward.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master.
Yes, hurdles are to learn.
Okay, hurdles are to learn. I completely agree with this quote because if you don't see the hurdles, you might not be able to learn some things such as patience, or you might not be able to polish your character because if you don't have difficulties in your life, you might not be as polished as the rich people are. Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, there are so many inspirations, and they are not the people who were born with a silver spoon. They struggled a lot. They had so many hurdles in their ways. People demotivated them. People taunted them over the things they did. They told them that they cannot be only the one to be the millionaires or billionaires, or they just didn't want to invest in their dreams. But they showed the world that they can do things by facing these hurdles, by facing the people and their tauntings, and showing them that nothing is impossible. Only the thing that is impossible is that if you don't want to do it, or maybe just give the control over to people for your feelings, for your character, for anything you want to do. But the only thing that can make you strong is facing the hurdles, being strong and being consistent. Because if you are facing the hurdles, being confident, it will polish your character, and maybe you can be the best person, not the perfect, but maybe the best. With your, if you compare yourself with your past self, you might be proud and be able to say that I made it. And that's it. Thank you so much. Over to this Master Mabashir.
Thank you, TM Huria. You have given wonderful opinion about the hurdles. No doubt hurdles are to learn. As you have said, they have made us strong, they have polished us, and they proved our opinion, our point of view about the things. Thank you for your opinions. My last question will be for the TM Ejaz Ali. Please come forward, TM Ejaz. Water is like a human. TM Ejaz.
Yes, yes.
Water is like a human.
What does it like a human, right?
Yes, water is like a human. Have you
Thank you so
understood
much.
the question?
Sorry, do you want to add it?
I have just asked about have you understood the question?
Right.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
water is like a human.
Thank you so much, table topic master TM Mubashir Hasan, for this wonderful question. What does it like a human? You know, human is like, you know, does have sentiments, does have feeling, does have, you know, does have emotions. So human is all about carrying emotion, sentiments, you know, feelings. Without sentiments or feeling, that will not be called human. So we always, you know, talk about human, and we always, you know, praying. So in my mind, you know, I consider a human who, you know, do lots of prayers, who do lots of uh, donations. That is not a human. If someone is hurting someone hurting a human, so that will not call a human, you know. Human, you, if you pray, your prayer is also mentioned in praying for caring about humanity. So I always appreciate those humans who encourage, who courage, who take notice of humanity, and who loves humans. That is the that is what is human like. Thank you so much.
Thank you, TM Ejaz, for giving your opinion about the humans and humanity. No doubt, humanity is more than our thinking points, as it is the humanity that put us at the zenith of glory. And no doubt, as our prophet has said, that it is humanity that can differentiate about the humans, how they are performing. Thank you for your opinion. And now my one question is that it is a quote. It is a quote about the Rousseau. He was the French philosopher. I hope that you people have heard about him. Man is born free, but he's everywhere in chains. Now I'm going to mention participants. TM Faisal Iqbal. Please come forward.
Yes, Toastmaster Bashir. I
Yes,
think the table
ma'am.
topic session is completed. Am I not? Is it not?
No, it's the last one question. Just
I think it's the third time you said last one.
yeah, exactly. You are right, saying as I have said.
Toastmaster
but,
Mubashir, I have to leave somewhere. So please, we could wrap it up.
It's okay, no issue. If you had said that, so we wrap it.
Yeah,
It's
thank
okay,
you
no
so
issue.
much.
We end it at this stage. Thank you, all of you, for your opinions. And over to you, TMOD.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mubashir. It was the amazing table topic session, and I guess it was really engaging for all of us, and I guess everyone participated too. Now is the time for the general evaluation, and for that, I would like to give up the charge to Toastmaster Hina Azam for the general evaluation. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Huria, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. The general evaluation segment is the last but not least segment of every Toastmasters meeting. In today's meeting, we had prepared a speech and the evaluation, but Toastmaster Faisal requested me that he want to do evaluations first for table topics. So Toastmaster Faisal, please come forward and share your table topic evaluations report. Over to you, Toastmaster Faisal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hina, for your cooperation. Hello, Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Faisal Iqbal, the VPPR and table topic evaluator for today's meeting. Please give me a So the table topic evaluation allows us to go through our table topic speeches and learn something from the table topic, not just the good points, but also some recommendations as well. So I'm going to pick up the pace. I'm going to share some good points and some recommendations about the table topic speakers. So starting with Toastmaster Javeria. So Toastmaster Javeria, I must say that the way you talked about the topic, if I'm not wrong, your topic was how life would be happy. And the one thing that I loved about your speech is that how you talked about being happier and what we could do for the humanity, for the betterment of people, and that could lead us to happiness as well. The one thing that I would recommend is just to please turn on your video so that we could see your engagement and your facial expressions, and that could help us connect with you as the audience as well. And that would take your speech to another level. Else, it was a great speech. It's always a pleasure listening to you. Moving forward to Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Ajay, your topic was flowers are for love. So one thing that I loved about Toastmaster Ajay and other speakers is that they asked our respected table topic master, Toastmaster Mubashir, to please clarify the topic so that they could speak accordingly. So Toastmaster Ajay, you wonderfully talked about the flowers and the importance. And one thing that I loved about your speech of all others is you smiled throughout your speech. And that made a positive impact throughout your speech. And that's one of the best things we could do as a public as the arts. That makes us feel comfortable talking to you. So that's the best thing that you did. You talked about the importance of flowers and different aspects as well, and that I loved as well. So you talked about the importance of flowers as well. One more thing that could take your table topic speech to another level is, in my humble opinion, you could add a particular story about the flower, that one day you went to this particular place, you saw this particular flower, and it it smelled like this, and that's how you met this particular guy, and you walked, and that's how you could build up the story in another minute. And that's how that could be more engaging as well. Overall, it was a wonderful speech. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, we have Toastmaster Hina. Toastmaster Hina, the topic for you is one of my best and one of my most favorite topics, that is books are for lessons. So I wished as an inner child in me just awakened that this could be the topic I would love to speak about. However, the first thing that I would say that your video was on, and that made us engage with you as the audience as well. Another thing that I liked is the story you talked about when you were a child, and the way you put in that in a rhythmic way that you said, the teacher said keep silence, and then you said why, and that's how. That was very good. One other thing that I would like you to say in the particular speech is that books are for lessons. So what lesson in any book that you learned specifically, so that could be more relevant and that could make more impact. That if you learned the lesson of hurdles or any other thing, that how did you learn in what particular book, and that how that could be more relevant to the particular topic. Else it was very good speech. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, we have Toastmaster Huria. Toastmaster Huria, is also a pleasure listening to you for the first time. One thing that I would say that you talked about the hurdles and that how we could, one thing that I liked in the topic is that how we could, what particular benefit the hurdles will give us, and that is the strength of character. That's a very important thing that you told us, that why we need to face our hurdles. You told up some examples as well. You can also come up with an example, in my humble opinion, about a particular story of you or any other story, that how exactly they did that, and that hurdles become that strength of a character for themselves, and that's how that could bring more impact. Else it was lovely listening to you as well. Last but not the least, Toastmaster Ijaz, we are very glad that you came back in our Cloud 122 Toastmasters Club, and I'm also more glad that you participated. One thing that I just felt in my personal opinion, that when the topic was given, both the table topic master and the speaker was not clear that whether two of them are clarified with the topic. So in my opinion, please correct me, Toastmaster Bashir, the topic was water is like a human. Water, H2O, is like a human.
Yes,
And
what is that?
okay, but Toastmaster Ijaz understood that what does it like to be human? So that was a particular miscommunication problem that occurred. Both of you tried 2 or 3 times, but my opinion would say that we could write the topic on the chat, or we could use a particular term to clarify the topic more. However, Toastmaster Ijaz, you talked about the importance of human being. You talked about different emotions, which I loved as well. And one more thing, that overall you talked about the emotion and all the stuff that I loved. One more thing that I would like to add in you and Toastmaster Huria's speech as well, to please turn off your video, though we could connect with you as well. Another thing I would say, that you can share your story. I believe you would have multiple hurdles of you and any other thing that you could share, and that what made you to be and feel a human being, a living being. And that's from my side. Thank you so much for actively listening. Over to you, the General Evaluator for today's meeting. Toastmaster Hena.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Faisal, for the wonderful evaluation, table topics evaluation. You worked diligently, I believe. So next we had a wonderful Toastmaster that delivered a very speech that couldn't abandon from our minds. That was Toastmaster Filza Fatma. So Toastmaster Filza, the speech evaluator of Toastmaster Filza was Toastmaster Javeria. Please come forward. She is very energetic and passionate Toastmaster. Over to you, Javeria.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I'm sorry I cannot be on the camera, but I would have been loved to. Anyway, let's start off with the evaluation of our eloquent speaker, Toastmaster Filza. What a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Filza. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to you. You had very good clarity of the words. It was a good choice of the words you used, like dwindled away and some other words as well. You used the stage beautifully. You positioned yourself differently when you were delivering the dialogues. And you had a very good eye contact and facial expressions. We could see that you were feeling and you were delivering accordingly. You were confident and very comfortable while delivering the speech. That's wonderful about the speaker. And I believe that your speech delivered the purpose of your speech, that was chilling and relaxing. And you beautifully connected it to controlling anger. A few suggestions and recommendations, in my humble opinion, can be that when you powerfully started off with a conversation, you can also limit the to and fro movements that were in front of the camera, because probably you were trying to engage the audience, but that was a little distracting on part of the audience because you were to and fro moving in front of the camera. The camera position can be a little according to your eye level so that we can see your hand gestures visibly. Otherwise, your facial expressions were brilliant. Another thing I would suggest will be the intonation in the role plays specifically, and when you were transitioning from one to the other section, the intonation, the highs and lows of your speech can add a great value because that reflect the emotions. You were engaging the audience. However, you can ask a question to the audience. For example, what's in it for them to listen to you? Or why would the audience would be interested in the topic you are delivering? So you can probably ask them a question, or you can ask them if they have ever been in a similar situation of being angry. So that is how when the audience interacts and connects with the topic. And another thing, that the conclusion can be as powerful as the start of your speech, because that is what will stay with the audience for a long time. And a few other, I would say, commendable things I noticed were that you shared your own tips of controlling the anger, that you breathe, you take water, you smile, and you also gave an example of your travel in metro, and you were using the same concept. So I think that was very relatable with your own story. And once you were discussing the story of an angry boy and his father, you can similarly use your voice modulation. For example, you also talked about your asking you to calm down. So it can be said like, calm down, Filza, and then you continue with your own pace. So I think that is on part of reflecting the emotions. Overall, you are very good with delivering the speech. I wish you all the best in, again, preparing a well-delivered speech. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Thank you so much, Javeria, for the wonderful evaluation. Okay, next it's the time for role players report. Role players, the first role player for the day is Timer. Timer Ajay, please show your report.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for calling me up to show my report. So combinedly, I'm going to share my screen to show my report for the timing and the account report together. So all the speakers were qualified. There was no problem. Except I need some clarification on table topic evaluator that he used 6 minutes. I don't know the club culture that do we time table topic evaluator or not. Also, the evaluator 1 for speaker 1 was within the limit. And for the R and arm counter, within R counter, I prepared a report where Toastmaster Filja Fatima used R 2 times and so 1 time. Whether Toastmaster Azaz used 6 times R 2 times Toastmaster Fazil as a table topic evaluator used 5 times R, and similarly Toastmaster Javeria during the evaluation used 5 times R. So this is my report combinedly to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay, that you saved the time and shared 2 reports in one session. Thank you so much. The next report we want from Toastmaster Mubashir, who is keep track that each and everyone is using the word of the day or an idiom of the day, and also grammar use. So our grammarian Toastmaster Mubashir, please come forward and show your report.
Thank you, TM Hina. As today I was the grammarian, and today the word was abandon, and idiom was the all and sundry. And it is a very gloomy depiction that no people I have seen that have used the word abandon and all and sundry. That was the idiom. So I will request you all to please use these words during speaking, and as it would be better for your speaking improvement. And the other thing is that there has been used had, there has been, it was used to be has. That would be a better. And the other thing is that the word was used TMOD. That was not the TMOD. That was used as a the TMOD, but it was not the TMOD. Only TMOD. If we are creating anything, then there is no need to use the. So that's why
Can you hear Toastmaster Mubashir? I think he has some problem with internet. Okay. So, okay, I'll ask for report again to Toastmaster Mubashir. Meanwhile, we'll move forward toward the active listeners session. It's a session and we enjoyed it a lot. We all enjoy a lot. So Toastmaster Javeria, please, being an active listener, come forward and ask questions to us and listen and see that is very active today.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator Hina Azam. So this is when the active listener becomes an active speaker. So who is ready for this session? Please raise your hand.
Yes.
And say, I am ready.
I am ready.
I think only Toastmaster Hina is ready. I can see Toastmaster Ajay. So who is ready? Raise your hand and say, I am ready for this session.
I am ready for this session.
All right. So I think only 2 people are ready, but let's see. I think they've already started active listening. All right. Dash is the key to success. This was a sentence used by Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Huria. Dash is the key to success.
Unity.
Unity.
Yay, that's right. Toastmaster Ajay and Toastmaster Hina. What is the word of the day?
Abandon.
Abandon. Abandon is the word of the day, and Toastmaster Hina probably is the only person who used this word of the day. So congratulations.
Yes, I used.
I think we all abandoned the actual word itself. All right. So where did Toastmaster Filza travel when she asked a woman that if she's comfortable?
In metro.
Oh, perfect. I think only Toastmaster Hina and Toastmaster Ajay are actively listening. What about Toastmaster Huria, Toastmaster, who else do we have in the meeting? Toastmaster Mubashir. All right. All right. Toastmaster Mubashir, the next question is for you. There was a story of an angry boy and somebody else in his family. Who was the other person while Toastmaster Filza were delivering her speech? No, that's, I'm afraid, not correct. It was a story of an angry boy and somebody else in his family. Who was the other person?
I think she was herself. She talked about herself, that she was very angry person.
Yes, that was the first story. But then she also discussed, she told the story about an angry boy and his father who asked him to use the nails and then to get them out. So this was the story. All right. So which are the 3 tips Toastmaster Filza shared with us to control her anger?
Long breath, smile.
Yes, and drink water.
Yeah.
You both have
Sit
made
down,
it equally
breathe.
wonderful. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. What is the theme of today's meeting?
Unity, we grow, together we grow.
Wonderful, Toastmaster Hina. Virtual clap for you. Together we grow. And while Toastmaster Javeria was delivering her table topic speech, she said something about what drives her happiness in her life. What was that?
Serving the humanity.
Serving the
Humanity.
humanity. Okay, a little closer. Would you like to try Toastmaster Mubashir or Toastmaster Hina? Anyone else?
Sorry, what have you said?
No, I listen.
All right. So you were not actively listening to Toastmaster Mubashir.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
session was
Actually, I'm little
to
bit busy with my friends, so they have come to see me. That's why.
please ask your friends to join in Toastmasters as well, so that
Yes.
we can
Yeah,
have them as
actually,
the
we are
wonderful
talking about
guests.
these things that they want to us, that we want to join. So I have requested him. So inshallah, I hope that they will join from next meeting.
Wonderful.
That was the thing
That
that
will be
we were
wonderful.
discussing.
That will be wonderful. And I think if they come as guests, they will experience it for themselves. So that was all. The purpose of Javeria's happiness in her life is to serve the people around her and the people she works for and the people she works with. It was pretty close, Toastmaster Ajay. Thank you so much, everyone, for being active listeners. It's important to listen more and speak where it is required. Listening is 60% of our total communication, and unfortunately, we retain only 25%. So it's important to listen so that we can speak well. That's all from my side as an active listener. Over to the Toastmasters of the day, Toastmaster Hina.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Javeria, to make this session more wonderful and energetic with your wonderful questions. Thank you so much. Now it's time for general evaluation. General evaluation is the segment where we talk about the things for improvement and also appreciate the things that we observed good in today's meeting. So I appreciate each and everyone who is here in the meeting. That is wonderful. You are here, so it is all good. Thank you so much for coming, Toastmaster Ajay. Toastmaster Rehana was she's not feeling well. We wish we will get well soon. And I appreciate her that being a presiding officer, she's here. She started the meeting. She invited guests and introduced the purpose of Toastmasters and importance for being Toastmaster. That is very motivational thing for all of us. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Huria, that she is very tired because she just came from Umrah and joined us today with the wonderful theme, Together We Grow. It is the thing that attract each and everyone. Yes, how we grow together. She introduced the theme at the beginning, but I suggest her to little questions, question and answer session. Maybe she can ask question from our guest or anyone who want to answer the question that what was the time when you feel the teamwork, how teamwork help you grow in your school, in your college time, in your life, or any experience. You can ask to your audience to engage them to be more engaging Toastmaster of the day. So Huria, is my suggestion to ask question 2 or 3 for only, and also tell them to talk in 1 minute only. Next, we had table topics master. I appreciate Mubashir that he picked the Toastmaster table topic master role at the same point, like in 11th hour, and he asked the questions. Each and everyone, the questions were very good. All are very engaging and easy questions. But likewise, Toastmaster Faisal said that write the questions in chat so that it is clear for the participant to ask to to understand, like Toastmaster Ajaz wasn't understand. So because you on the point took the role, that's why you didn't make any slides. But if you are a prepared table topic master, I suggest you to make slides or something else for more explanation, to explain it more for the speaker. Overall, it was wonderful. The questions were good. And one thing that I liked in your table topic session, that was the feedback. Feedback was wonderful. In each and every speaker, you gave a wonderful feedback to them. That was amazing, incredible. Keep it up, Toastmaster Mubashir. Next, we had general evaluation segment. In general evaluation segment, table topic evaluator did his job marvelously. He suggested each and everything, but he moved after time, like maybe red were I observed that he was not qualified. Maybe 5 minutes he took. So I suggest for him, I'll share him with in a chat. So without further ado, I move forward to the evaluation. The evaluation of speaker was very good. Toastmaster Javeria took it very lightly, and each and every point was growing point. And I believe that if we all observe all of the points that she told us in our speeches as well, we can grow in our speeches as well. So wonderful evaluation, Toastmaster Javeria. Next, grammarian report, Mubashir. Yes, you were doing so well as a grammarian. And yes, you left something if you want to share some grammarian report again, because you were disconnected. So it's highly appreciated. Mubashir. Mubashir, would you continue, or that was it?
Yes, that was just, I'm talking about the grammarian, that as I was at the end spot, as I was earlier talking about we have used had word, it has to be used as a has. And the other thing was that when we have to use any abbreviation, we have always used singular abbreviation. We don't use any article with the abbreviation, as like TMOD. Someone has called about the TMOD. It was not used as a the TMOD. It was only used as the TMOD. Only used as TMOD, TM, as such like things. And the other thing was the real word is the verb as a becomes when it used as a singular. So we have to use becomes in the sense of singular, and when we have used as a plural, as like I, we have used them. So this was the Aryan, and everything was very good. And I also appreciate all of the participants that they have pronounced each and every things in the perspective of grammarian, in the perspective of grammar, in a very effective manner. So thank you, all of you. Over to you, Yamina.
Thank you so much for the wonderful report. Yes, the grammar, the word of the day and idiom of the day both were good. But I suggest you to please put in the chat, and also encourage people to use word of the day, idiom of the day during the meeting, during table topic session as well, so that we can remind, oh yes, it was word of the day, word of idiom of the day, and we remind and use it in our speeches, in our speaking. Overall, the meeting was good. Yes, timers report and counters report were also very eye-captured report, I feel. And I like that you wrote what was the question and then the timing in table topics session. It was wonderful, and it gave us a learning way to report the timers and counters to show the report. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ajay, for the learning experience for us. And overall, the meeting was good. We started on time, we ended before time, it is 8 o'clock, but it is now 7:14. It's 7 past 14. So we are before time. We wrapped up so early. That is wonderful. Now it's time to vote for big three. Most of the people left the meeting, but okay. Only one person. Toastmaster Javeri.
I can see the result only.
Huh? Okay, I'll show it again. Relaunch. Continue. Okay, can you see it now?
No, the same
Yes.
screen where the result is popping up.
I have submitted the result.
Okay, three people submitted out of 9. I couldn't do it.
I think
So
you made me co-host. That's why this problem is.
yes, so Toastmaster, only 3 people voted, but out of 4, Toastmaster Rehana may be not with us.
Can you share the link in the chat?
Okay, no problem. Which link?
I didn't vote to any of the category.
Okay, I will. But
I think
this
there is
time,
only one participant.
okay, it's ended. Next poll is
I
for,
only voted for the big three.
okay, you voted. Toastmaster Mubashir voted and Ajay. Okay, next. Back we had speaker, one speaker we had, so there is no need to. Okay, now we had Toastmaster Ajay, Toastmaster Hina Azam, Toastmaster Javeria, Toastmaster Huria, Toastmaster Ejaz. Anyone left? Okay, one person voted. 2. Only 2 votes I received. Toastmaster Mubashir, did you voted? Did you vote?
Yes.
You
Yes,
voted.
I have voted.
And Toastmaster Javeria,
Yes, I have.
Toastmaster Ajay.
No, I can't vote because I'm unable to vote.
Oh,
giving
you
the-
are the
giving-
co-host. I'm sorry. I think you told me and I didn't listen
No problem.
carefully.
I'm giving my voting in the
I
chat
didn't
box.
understand, I think. Yes, you were the co-host. Okay. So it's a tie between 2, Huria and myself. Should I? So I'm really sorry, Toastmaster Ajay. आपको मुझे पहले बता
It's
देना चाहिए था. Relaunch poll. Okay, I relaunched the poll. Okay, can you now? Okay,
Yes.
1, 2. 2 people voted. 3. Okay, now 3 vote. 1. Now I have to give Toastmaster Javeria.
I think
One vote for.
equal mark.
Huh?
I think all should be given the equal marks.
All should be given the
account-
equal. Okay,
counted
all
together.
3 Toastmaster Hina, Toastmaster Javeria, Toastmaster Huria are the winner of table topic session for the request
Yeah,
of for the request of Mubashir. Yes. Okay.
No,
Thank
that
you,
as
Mubashir.
all of the participants showing
All of
unity.
the participants are, yes, it is indeed a obvious thing that the person who just speak is the winner.
Yeah, exactly. That is the main thing.
Yes, this is me. Okay, now it's the time for auxiliary roles. I don't know why it's okay. Save. For auxiliary roles. I don't know why I couldn't launch it. Okay, can you see? Sire Tam, Toastmaster Faisal, Counter, Ajay, Timer, Ajay, Grammarian, Mubashir, Active Listener, Javeria. Okay, 1 vote, 2. 1 more. 3. Again, 1,
Done.
1, 1. Ajay, and Javeria. Okay. Now, Ajay and Javeria are
So
the
that's
winner
2:1,
for auxiliary.
and the award goes to Ajay.
Ajay. Yes,
Yeah, exactly, Ajay.
Ajay.
Ajay should be
Okay.
winner.
Yes.
It is the law of necessity. We may say that.
Exactly. So for the big three, this is the result that I won big three as a general evaluator. And we had one speaker, Toastmaster Filza. She was the best speaker. Toastmaster Javeria as a evaluator, best evaluator. Table topics, Toastmaster Ajay, Huria, and myself. I think yes, it was the result? If I view the result. Javeria, stop sharing. Okay, Huria, and okay. And the last but not least, auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Ajay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It was a wonderful time. And anything, Toastmaster Rehana, if you are here, so please close the meeting. I think Toastmaster Rehana
Thank you,
is.
TM Hina.
Yes.
Thank you, TM Hina, and congratulations, as you deserve these awards.
Thank
And I
you.
have seen that you have did a lot of efforts to make things more effective. And
Thank
no
you.
doubt you are doing a very hard work. And I highly appreciate you. You are committed to do the things. May God bless you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much,
for
Toastmaster
being here.
Bashir. And yes, if you people are here and work diligently, so we will learn together and we will grow together in meetings. It was all about
exactly.
today's. Yes. Officially,
As
I adjourned the
Hina
meeting.
said that
I stopped recording and then we can